Attitude. It's been 13 years, some of you will remember, since I fell off a ladder in my garage. I broke my hip, my wrist, my pelvis in 2 spots, and I ended up, as you know, in the hospital. When I woke up, I felt so sorry for myself. What did I do? Especially since Kathy told me when she walked out the door, do not get on that ladder. I was depressed. After 8 hours on the operating table, going through all the medicines and putting you to sleep, when I woke up, I was a mess. I thought, what is going on? What's going to happen? I had a young nurse there come by and says, are you okay? And I says, I'm really having a hard time with this. She says, well, I'll tell you what, Frank, just do what you're told to do and think positive. And I'll never forget that. She was just a young woman. So I said to myself, I'm going to think positive and have a great attitude. When I started healing up, first thing I did was get out of bed. And I thought to myself, I'm getting out of bed and I'm getting up. And I did. I'm going to use that walker. I've heard so many bad things about walkers. And my walker is interesting because I had broke my wrist and everything, so my walker had an arm like this, so the way I would walk was like in circles. I couldn't get going. Next thing was into the wheelchair. And I thought, oh, this is going to be fun. Arm up here. Try wheeling with one hand. But I did it. I thought, I'm going to do it. So when I got home, my son built me a little ramp so I could get through the front door. And I remember the first thing I did, I got in that wheelchair, Kathy was gone, and I wheeled out that front door and I said, I'm wheeling down to the mailbox. Positive attitude, I'm going. Started raining a little bit, no problem. I get the mail, come back, wheel up to my front door, realize I can't get the screen door open. I'm stuck there trying to get in the house. My neighbor comes by. I sat there 45 minutes. One of my neighbors finally drives by and he sees me and he waves at me and I go, so he stops. His name was Owen. Yeah, Owen comes over and he goes, what's the matter, Frank? I said, hey, Owen, can you help me get through the front door? Anyway, I got back in here. It was a lot of thinking to myself, and I thought about this. Attitude. I'm going to do it. In my mind, there was no doubt. I'm going to think positive, and I'm going to do it. I went to my doctor Friday to have my annual checkup. And she says, you're looking fine. Give me all my tests and stuff. Sitting down and have all the blood work and everything. I got it all back Monday. And I was worried, kind of like, boy, I'm worried, you know. I looked at all those results and I couldn't believe it. Wow, is this me? Am I going to be 84 or 34? I couldn't believe it. Great results, just absolutely great results. I thought to myself, and this is the truth, and when I wrote my little speech, I thought about this. It's been 13 years. In 13 years, it took me about a couple months after the accident before I started feeling okay. But I can honestly say this, in 13 years, my hip has never bothered me, never. My wrist has never bothered me, never. My pelvic, that operation, that doctor knew what he was doing. And I think to myself, and I thought, you know, it's also attitude and positive thinking. You have to keep at it. We've all heard the song, I'm not quite sure how it goes, but you gotta accent the positive and eliminate the negative. So I'm telling people, think that way. Think positive. I see people in here all the time. Coleman's one person that I see all the time, very positive. Positive about his work, positive about his family, just a positive person. And not only Coleman, there's a lot of you like that. Attitude and being positive is a very, very important part of living your life. You can get up in the morning and say, I don't want to get up, I don't want to go. Or you get up in the morning and say, you know what? I'm going to work and I'm giving it everything I've got. I've had those days when I didn't want to get out of bed. But I thought, just like now, I still go to the gym Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And when it comes, I kind of lay there like this morning. It just started raining out, if you don't know it. I think, oh, it'd be nice to lay in bed here. But no, attitude. I get up and I go. Go to the gym, and you know what? When I come out of there, gosh, I feel great.
Yeah.
Positive. There's been a couple times where I've backed off, and I've got, the rest of the day I'm thinking, oh, I should have went to the gym this morning. I'm all stiff, I'm done. So all I can say, folks, is good attitude, think positive.